YouTube, NWA Prepper here. Just coming at you this autumn evening, I guess. It's kind of chilly. I mean, I know I'm not dressed like it's chilly, but it is. It got me to thinking on what I wanted to share today, what was on my mind. And of course, being prepared for emergencies is a big thing to me. And so I was thinking of what's the most important, and shelter, food, water, and security are my big things. And medical to me is mixed into all of that. But today what was on my mind was food. It's getting cold. To me it's chilly weather, soup weather, stew weather, just like most of you guys. Or all the really cool kids anyway. And I got to thinking on what I've done recently to add to my preparedness. I've taken a couple new classes. I've got a couple scheduled in the fall, some advanced medical classes. But today, like I said, was food. And so I wanted to talk to you about some of the food preps or the ideas for food preparation that have come to me lately. And looking at my emergency pantry and my supplies, there were something that I'm lacking. And some of my friends aren't. So what I wanted to do was, first off in my food preparations, is I got another can opener. A manual, no batteries, no electricity, not a P38, not the little pocket can openers. I've got several of those. But this one's for my pantry. And I got one that I like things to serve two purposes. So I got the can opener, and then it's got the old style, can spike on the side for like condensed milks, broth, things that are canned that you just want to pour out. And so I picked this up. It's called a 3-in-1 can opener. Pops, tops, punches, cans, whatever. It's just a regular can opener, but it's more than $1 can opener. I spent $3 or $4 on it. I bought a couple of them, spread them around, put one in my emergency pantry. I've got one to take out to my bug out location, and then another one just to have an extra in my kitchen. Well, while I was thinking of that and thinking of tools for food preparation that are impossible or very difficult to do in the field without electricity or generators or things of that nature. So I got that, and I thought, what else do I need to make the food that I may get better? I've been studying the edible plants and trying to figure out things to make my own food, to come across to forage for it. And there's a lot of it. Where I live is tons and tons of it. Even as the seasons change, you guys can't see, but my yard's full of leaves and the trees are dumping more and more every day. But even now, there's still a lot of wild edibles that are useful. It's also cold. There may be times that I can't or don't want to get out, or when snow makes it difficult, or just time. And part of being a prepper is making sure that you're ready for emergencies and to make things easier. Because for me, it's not just about surviving an emergency or disaster. I want to thrive. I want to be more comfortable than those around me. So some of the things that I've come across are some spices, and these are things that we use a lot in my house. And I got these at a big bulk discount store, Sam's, Costco's type place. I got basil. I really like basil. My neighbor's obviously mowing a yard or something. And then I got Tony C's or Tony Chachere's seasonings. This is really, really good stuff. It makes even bland things really good. And this whole bulk tub was about $6, maybe $7. And I can season all kinds of things with this. People I know use it on everything from their scrambled eggs to their steaks. Just all kinds of things. So I got that. I got the basil. And then I got one that I've used before, but it's an apple rub, or an applewood rub for steaks and chicken. Rabbit. Who knows? I hate to think rat will be on the menu someday, but it might. So I have these seasonings to expand the palate, to keep my rice and beans, the flavor a little bit different, to make it stretch out longer, to make us more comfortable in an emergency. And hopefully you've all got a pantry with at no less than 3 days of everything you need. Preferably a couple of weeks, a month. It's really not expensive, and it's not hard to do. And the reason that I picked these things to talk about today is because rice and beans are cheap. And every prepper site you go to, every video you watch, they're going to have buckets of rice, buckets of beans. I have on my channel too. Now I want to expand on that and how to make those better, how to have variety. And these are an inexpensive way that you can do that. You take your beans or your rice and you throw in a little bit of a rabbit or chicken or squirrel or something out of your freezer. Who knows? It doesn't have to be the end of the world. It could be we're out without power for a couple days, or it could be as simple as, hey, we're out of something in the kitchen. I can go to my emergency pantry and open up what we need to make our dinner great, and then I just replace it. And like this one was $3, $2.99. That's a whole lot of seasoning for $3. Prepping can be easy if you stick to it. Take that budget that you can do, whether it be $5 a week, $10 a week, whatever you can afford, and prep properly. Get the right things. You don't have to go get MREs or freeze-dried foods, and I have those in my repertoire of prepping stuff too, but they're not the bulk of my preps. The bulk of my preparations are normal things that we eat every day. We used spaghetti sauce the other day, and I replace it with 2. I make sure that I have 5 or 6 meals of spaghetti because we eat it, and we put it in there. My daughter made a video cooking with Emma Jones where she made tuna noodle, which is pasta, tuna, and cream of mushroom soup. It's that simple. We mix it up. We love it. We probably have it once a week. So we have several meals of that in our preparations. Just here at home. Never mind bug out locations 1 or 2 or granddad's house or grandma's house or wherever. It's inexpensive and easy, and most of your meals are. So if you prepare for 2 or 3 of them at a time, or buy bulk materials, that will make it easier for you. I encourage you to get out, and if tuna noodles your thing, pick up an extra pound of shells or noodles, pick up a couple cans of tuna and a couple cans of soup, and that whole meal for 4 people with some leftovers is like $1 for the noodles, $2 for the soup, because we use 2 cans of soup, $2 for the soup, and $1.50 for the tuna, and that's it. Even in a grid down situation, the only thing that's lacking from that meal is water, which you should be preparing anyway. So to boil a pound of noodles doesn't take a whole lot of water, and you can reuse that starch water for a lot of things. Just get ready. It's getting cold. Think of ways to increase your preps. I know the holidays are coming. You're going to spend money on gifts and things for the people you love, and sometimes the people you don't. Don't forget to put yourself first and get things to make your food better today and in an emergency. Thanks for watching. I really encourage you to like the videos, to comment, even if you don't like it. Thumbs down it, but leave a comment. Let me know your feelings on additions to your food preps. How are you going to take your basic food preps and make them better? Thanks for watching, but more importantly, thanks for being interested in getting your family prepared for emergencies. They're the most important thing you have, and if you don't take care of them, nobody else will. Nobody. Let's get ready.